Hello. Welcome to the channel. Today is June 7th. In this episode, we are going to share our observations and comments about EHang recent stock movement and important commercial flight activities. First, let's check today's stock movement. Today, EHang stock performed very strong. The stock gapped up a bit to 9.66 at the open, and then started to climb and broke the two-digit mark 10 immediately in half hour around 10 a.m. Then the stock calmed down a bit for 2 hours, and started to rise again till the market close. The stock closed at 10.50 and increased by 12.18%. For quite a while, we have not seen such a strong performance for the EH stock. It is also good to see the stock price increase has been accompanied by increased trading volume. Today's trading volume is 708,911. The average trading volume is 567,001. Next, let's discuss the factors that may contribute to the significant EH stock increase today. Factors contributing to EH 12.18% stock price increase today, June 7th. 1. Today's news about EH 216 commercial flight in Dali, Yunan. This is great news. We will discuss the significances and implications of the news a bit later. 2. Good market sentiment after Q1 2022 earnings report. After EHang Q1 2022 earnings report and conference call, EH stock has been performed very well. This may indicate that the market sentiment has been favorable about the earnings report and its fundamentals. 3. Strong KWEB index performance. KWEB ETF index represents the performance of Chinese technology stocks. KWEB performance was also very strong today, and increased by 4.13%. Actually, over the past 2 weeks, EH stock has been very strong with over 30% increase. Next, let's see the factors contributing to EH stock greater than 30% increase over the past 2 weeks. 1. Good market sentiment after Q1 2022 earnings report. If you followed the EH and the general market, you may have noticed that EHang has outperformed the general Nasdaq index after the Q1 2022 earnings report. 2. Strong KWEB index performance. Over the past 2 weeks, the KWEB ETF index performed very strong, and EH followed KWEB very well in the period. This can be clearly seen in the stock comparison chart. Here is the stock chart comparison between EH and KWEB as well as QQQ Nasdaq ETF index. The chart is for 1-month comparison. The horizontal axis is time with the time span for the past 1 month. The vertical axis is percentage change of stock price. The blue curve is for EH stock. The purple curve is for KWEB. The green curve is for QQQ. About 2 weeks ago, on May 24th, all three reached the low here. But, since then, both KWEB and EH have been very strong and continued to climb. Today, EH reached 31.58% increase over the past month. And KWEB also reached significant increase of 24.32% for the same period. But QQQ has been relatively weak and remained flat for the same time period. The comparison here indicates that the KWEB performance has a big contribution to EH's significant rise. This can be further confirmed by NIO's performance. Both EHang and NIO are Chinese companies and in electric transportation and high-tech green mega trend. Here is the same 1-month comparison chart. The blue curve is for NIO stock. The purple curve is for KWEB. The green curve is for QQQ. Again, on May 24th, all three reached the low here. Since then, NIO kept rising and reached the almost identical 31.7% increase today. This indicates that the KWEB performance has contributed to the significant stock price rise for both EH and NIO. Next, about the EHang commercial flights at Nanzhao Amorous Island in Dali, Yunan. It is learned today that EHang commercial flights have taken place at Nanzhao Amorous Island in Dali, Yunan. First, let's know a bit about Dali City. Dali is a city in China's southwestern Yunan province, on the shores of Irai Lake. Its history stretches back to the Kingdom of Nanzhao, 8th century. The walled old city, from the Ming dynasty, contains traditional homes and towers from the Bai ethnic minority. Here is the map for Dali City in Yunan. Here is Dali City. Guangzhou and Hong Kong is around here. Here is Kunming City, the provincial capital of Yunan. The driving distance between Dali and Kunming is about 4 hours. Here is the map for Nanzhao Amorous Island. This is the Arai Lake. Here is Nanzhao Amorous Island. Here is Dali City near the lake. The driving distance between the two locations is about 1 hour. Next, let's check the related image and the board for the flight ceremony. In this image, on the board here, you can see EHang name and logo. Here the big text on the board says, "The future has come." The lower text line says, EHang Autonomous Passenger Aircraft Dali First Flight Ceremony. It should be noted that only EHang name and logo has appeared on the board. This indicates that for the time being, EHang or EHang staff will operate the flights at this location, unlike other locations where EHang's partners may operate the flights, such as EHang's partner Heli in Changsha, Hunan, and EHang's partner in Nantong, Jiangsu. Next, let's see the specifics about the commercial flights at the Nanzhao Amorous Island location. Commercial flights at Nanzhao Amorous Island. In Dali, Yunan. Commercial flights start from June 7th. The price is 680 yuan. Presumably, this price is expected to be for one person. The reason is that we have talked about commercial flights in Hainan Island before. The similar price there in Hainan Island is for one person. The flight time is about 5 minutes. Each aircraft can take 2 people, but the total weight cannot exceed 150 kilograms. It is noted that there is a limitation of 150 kilograms here. As we may know, some EH216 models may lift over 200 kilograms. Perhaps, initially, it needs to more conservative. As time goes on with technology, battery, and certification progress, EHang may gradually increase or remove the limitation. Next, let's discuss the Dali commercial flight implications. Dali commercial flight implications. 1. CAAC is confident in EH216 safety. This is a good sign for smooth certification process going forward. 2. The Dali commercial flight implies that limited commercial operation may progress in parallel with the CAAC type certification. 3. It may also indicate that commercial flights may be allowed at select locations before the type certification granting. Here is a Weibo user post that may indicate the commercial flights available at other locations. The post has been submitted recently on May 29 by a Weibo user Jack Wong. The post shows some EH216 flight images at the Zhuhai Grand Theater location. Here the text says, "Flights at Zhuhai is much cheaper than those at Guangzhou and Shenzhen." In other words, the user knows the flight prices at the corresponding locations, and compares them. This may indicate commercial flights have or will start at the locations besides Dali. This is really great news, and indicates that EHang may start to have extra revenues even before obtaining the type certificate. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.